Good afternoon and welcome to J. Doyle Field here at East Brunswick High School. Gordy Deal alongside Rutgers assistant coach Nelson Rodriguez to bring you a doubleheader of GMC Boys and Girls High School Tournament Soccer action. Today in our first game we feature 12-3-1 East Brunswick, the second seed in the GMC, against 7-9 Bishop Bar. But Nelson, when you bring in a couple of teams like this, Bishop Bar 2 games under 500, they haven't had a great season. East Brunswick, on the other hand, has had a great season, but it's tournament time, so you throw out the records.
Absolutely true, Gordy, and today's game should show that. Both teams will play with a lot of spirit, a lot of intensity, and being that they haven't met in the regular season, I expect quite a spirited battle.
How long, from your experience, does it take a team to get rid of the early jitters?
For most players, it'll be on their first touch. Once they're able to complete a pass or dribble and take on an opponent, they'll feel much more comfortable. It's important, therefore, to get your goalkeeper involved early in the games to alleviate that person's jitters as well.
If you look at the history of these two teams, East Brunswick beat Bishop Bar last year in these very quarterfinals by the score of 3-2. They scored a late goal to do it. The one key factor that you can look at today, freshman Betsy Ostrov will get the starting goal for East Brunswick. After Laura Bettenbaum was injured in the Piscataway game for East Brunswick, this will only be her third start of the season, although she has had some playing time. And we will have the opening kickoff right after this. It's quarterfinal action of the GMC Girls Soccer Tournament here at J. Doyle Field in East Brunswick. Gordy Deal alongside Rutgers assistant coach Nelson Rodriguez. East Brunswick wearing the home white, working from left to right. Green shirts and white and green socks. Bishop Bar in the away red jerseys with black shorts and white socks. East Brunswick comes in at 12-3-1. Bishop Bar comes in at sub 500 at 7-9. Bishop Bar on its way here beat John F. Kennedy 2-0 in the first round a few days ago. These teams met last year, and East Brunswick came away with a 3-2 victory also in the quarterfinals.
Interesting move early on, Gordy. Bishop Bar's leading scorer, Diana Kohler, number 18, is playing as a sweeper, perhaps out of respect for East Brunswick's firepower.
There's East Brunswick with a break, but Kohler will get whistled for the foul. And East Brunswick will have a direct kick to the right of goalkeeper Deanna Bergando. Amy Manuel, number 52, lurking in the box. It's to her, but Bergano comes out, can't grab it, and now makes the grab. Prevents any further danger in her own box.
Bergando came off her line pretty well there, very decisive, bobbled the ball a little bit, perhaps a bit nervous, but did well to recover.
You know, you mentioned that in the pregame show, getting everybody a touch of the ball quickly to get rid of those early jitters, and unfortunately for Bergando, her first touch had to be coming out off her line and making the good save.
Certainly, and to East Brunswick's credit, serving the ball immediately into the box to put her under that pressure.
It'll be a Bishop Bar throw-in on the far sideline. Just inside East Brunswick territory. Ball control by Manuel. She plays it forward. Amy Manuel, one of the 3 tri-captains and a senior for East Brunswick.
Right now in the early stages, both teams will be looking to find a little bit of rhythm, find their place on the field before any kind of a pattern is established.
Bishop Bar knocks it up. It'll be the first touch of the game for freshman goalkeeper Betsy Ostrov, just her 3rd start of the season. East Brunswick's regular starter, Laura Bettenbaum, injured in the Piscataway game. So the chore falls to Ostrov, and no doubt her biggest game. Bishop Bar looking to work it against this East Brunswick defense. Ostrov boots to the middle of the field. East Brunswick controls. Here's a chance for East Brunswick. Cleared away.
Bergando again very well off her line, coming outside of her box to clear a ball with her feet.
Here's Manuel again with a through pass. Kohler controls, but knocks it out of bounds for Bishop Barr. It'll be an East Brunswick throw-in.
Courtney Bloor there for East Brunswick gave a great through ball to spring East Brunswick on its first breakaway.
Now Bergando is called on again and beats Bloor to the ball. No score, just underway. J. Doyle Field at East Brunswick High School. Quarterfinal action, GMC girls soccer. Carla Schwartz getting the clear for East Brunswick. In the back with her, Jessica Shue, Amy Zukas, the senior. Amy Bizup in the back in the midfield, Teresa Karzima, Amy Manuel, Dana Pepe. Up front, Courtney Bloor, and East Brunswick's leading scorer, Lisa Raby, 19 goals, 7 assists on the season.
Both teams have looked to come out in 4-4-2 formations, looking obviously to gain a little bit of a control in the midfield.
Now Bishop Barr can't control on the throw-in, and East Brunswick will bring it the other way. There's some room for Courtney Bloor down the right wing. She makes a service inside to Raby, but a little bit too far ahead, and Deanna Bergando comes out and makes yet another save. She's been busy so far. Bishop Barr looking to work up the right wing. Tamika Perez is there for East Brunswick, and the Bears get a direct kick.
Bishop Barr here on this free kick. Gordy has withdrawn 8 of its players, setting up a venerable wall across its midfield.
Raby looking to penetrate for Bloor. The ball gets through and poked out of bounds by East Brunswick. It'll be a goal kick coming the other way. Terry Slater with a chance for East Brunswick. Was able to beat the Bishop Barr defender. This is Diana Kohler with the goal kick for Bishop Barr. Clears it straight up the middle. Not something usually encouraged. Bishop Barr controls. There's a chance along the right wing for Bishop Barr, but it goes out of bounds. Heather Muller with the chance on the right wing for Bishop Barr. They have the throw-in. And they'll whistle a goal kick for East Brunswick. So Bishop Barr has shown the ability to be dangerous early, but hasn't really had any great scoring opportunities yet.
No, but Sean Wilson, their coach, an English gentleman, and probably has influenced his girls a little bit in the English style, and they've found some wing play early on and could cause problems for East Brunswick should they continue to get behind the defense.
So Shue knocks it out of bounds, and Bishop Barr again will have another throw-in deep in East Brunswick territory in the East Brunswick defensive third. Long throw into the box. Good job. Headed away by Shue. And now the clear is blocked by Bishop Barr. Amy Manuel can't get rid of it. Gives it up to a Bishop Barr player. Bishop Barr with a chance. And they're going to call a handball on East Brunswick, on Bishop Barr, make it. And East Brunswick will have a direct kick coming the other way.
Patricia Lake there did real well for Bishop Barr, battling for a loose ball, and had the ball not popped onto her hand, she might have conceivably gotten through and created the first real scoring chance for Bishop Barr.
Here's Lisa Raby along the left wing. East Brunswick's leading scorer working against the sweeper, Diana Kohler. Looks to make the move inside, gets the shot off and hits it off the football crossbar, which will be out of bounds. So a good chance there for Raby and a good left-footed shot, and it'll be a goal kick for Bishop Barr.
Great opportunity for Raby. She created it herself by going at her defender with good speed. Very tricky, very crafty. It's easy to see why she's her team's leading scorer.
Here's Kohler's kick again up the middle. Dangerous spot. Bloor controls for East Brunswick. Tries to send it wide to Raby, who can't control. They leave it to Schwartz to clear, and she does. And she took a hit on the play. They try to get the ball to Pepe along the right wing side, and Bishop Barr clears, and it'll be out of bounds.
Come on, White, let's go, let's go, step it up.
Be a throw in for Amy Zukis along the right wing to Pepe, who can't control. Good job by Pepe to use the body. Now Bloor controls. East Brunswick with a chance. Oh, and a good shield off by Rabi. She's got one-on-one. And a slide tackle by Diana Kohler clears the ball out of bounds. Good defensive play by Bishop Barr.
Outstanding defensive play by Diana Kohler to recover on Rabi and get a good slide tackle in. She gave up the corner but did well to prevent a chance on goal. And on the other side, Lisa Rabi did an outstanding job shielding her initial defender and spinning off her to create the opportunity.
So here's an opportunity for Amy Manuel. She'll take the corner kick. And a good loft inside, having trouble, and it's a goal. Goal for East Brunswick. Deanna Bergando could not get a handle on it. It was over her head.
I think, unfortunately, Gordy, the ball was touched by hand, and it will be discounted. It'll be disallowed, and it'll be a free kick for Bishop Barr.
It was bouncing around a little bit too much there, I think, to avoid any kind of handball. I do get the handball, but a funny spot. They mark it on the 6-yard line.
Well, any free kick for the defensive team inside the 6 now comes out to the 6-yard spot.
I imagine it'd be hard to get a good running start from inside your own net.
It sure would.
Now a chance for Pepe. Can she get there first? No, it'll be Bergando.
I think what we're finding now, Gordy, is East Brunswick has really settled into their game. Lisa Rabi's established herself as a threat, and I think Bishop Barr might do well to look to perhaps double team her at this point.
And you know, with Rabi as such a threat, it's not likely we'll see Diana Kohler come forward too much for Bishop Barr. Here's Manuel with a chance. Leaves it in for Rabi, but too much. Two people marking Lisa Rabi that time, and Bergando comes up with a save. No score, 9.5 minutes in, first half. East Brunswick and Bishop Barr, quarterfinal action, GMC Girls Soccer Tournament. Dana Pepe sticks a head in and makes a chance for Courtney Bloor, but couldn't catch up to it. Now it's Bishop Barr the other way. 50-50 ball, won by Shu, unchallenged in the midfield. Bishop Barr can't control, East Brunswick throw-in.
Here comes the first series of substitutions for Coach Lou Cosa on the East Brunswick side. Something he's pretty famous for. He'll make those substitutions in mass and bring in 4 or 5 players at a clip.
And you know, you can make an argument either way, I guess. You can argue that the starters don't get a chance to get a rhythm going, but at the same time, you keep fresh legs coming in.
Absolutely, and he's had quite a bit of success at East Brunswick, so I'm not about to dispel anything he does.
That's for sure. East Brunswick with a chance along the left wing, and they'll get the throw-in. Be a goal kick for Bishop Barr. You know, you talk about East Brunswick's success in this tournament. When it was originally the Middlesex County tournament, started in 1979. Edison won it that year, but it's been really the East Brunswick tournament ever since then. East Brunswick was co-champs with Edison back in 1980, and East Brunswick has won it every year since. So for all intents and purposes, we'll call this the East Brunswick tournaments. They are the host community, I guess.
Absolutely correct. And again, people will disagree perhaps with what Coach Costa does, but it works for him, it works for his program, and it's certainly the girls benefit out of it, so continued success to him.
This will be Amy Oros with the throw in for Bishop Barr. Still no score. And they whistle her for the illegal throw. That's something you don't see too often at this level.
No, however, with the rule changes now, you need to be within a yard of where the ball went out of bounds, so perhaps her spotting of where she took the throw in was off.
East Brunswick with a cross in the middle. And the Bears with a chance. And the cross goes over the top. Debbie DiNicola with a chance for East Brunswick. This will be Kohler on the clear. Can't clear it, it's reflected. And now Bishop Barr clears. Jessica Shu gets knocked off the ball, but gains her balance and clears out of bounds. Bishop Barr maintains control.
Bishop Barr for the last 2 or 3 minutes has been pinned in their own end a little bit. A big ball out, however, might spring a counterattack, and it's something to be wary of if you're East Brunswick. Don't get complacent, don't get caught up, and join the attack too soon.
Here's Jessica Shu for East Brunswick across the midfield line. Bears looking to penetrate. Now it's a midfield battle. Carla Schwartz controls for East Brunswick, lays it out for Zukis. Up the right wing. It's Jeannie Raby. Now back in the middle. They look for Dina Colo. Can she get there before it goes out? They whistle out of bounds. It'll be a Bishop Bar goal kick.
Very nice play there by Dina Colo and Chris Black on a little 1-2 to get in behind the Bishop Bar defense. And again, East Brunswick starting to string 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutive passes in a row. They certainly have calmed down and found their rhythm.
Bishop Bar goal kick. Played up the middle to Kohler, who lays it back for Bergando. We're about 14 minutes into the first half, about 6 minutes to go, still no score. Now Kohler controls, and he's beaten on the play. They're gonna lay it forward for Dina Cole, no, because she would have been offsides. East Brunswick controls, and Slater is taken down. She was marked by 2 people. And another slide tackle. Bishop Bar doing a lot of hard tackling in their own defensive third.
Again, perhaps a reflection of their head coach and the English style, and part of it due to East Brunswick's speed and their ability to go at defenders and eliminate them.
Here's Jeannie Schwartz. She's going to get, Jeannie Raby rather.
Handball called, and it'll be a free kick. Chrissy Black will take it.
Handball on Donna Wolpert. Here's a play in the middle for East Brunswick. A chance for Dina Colo. And it looks like another handball whistle.
That should be a penalty kick, I believe, Gordy.
I think you're right.
I think he signaled to the spot, and I think there was a handball there.
Carla Schwartz will take the penalty kick for East Brunswick. Schwartz, with 3 goals this season, comes all the way up from her sweeper spot and looks to draw first blood for the Bears. The one thing you notice about Dina Bergando, the Bishop Bar goalie, she has some good height.
She reflected right there, touching the crossbar.
Here's Schwartz. And she scores. She goes up her right corner and gives East Brunswick the early lead.
Very well taken, almost unstoppable. Upper 90 to the right side, very composed.
Very little emotion out of Carla Schwartz, too. It almost looked like she knew it was going to be automatic.
Yeah, she obviously has practiced that shot quite often, and East Brunswick now is really settled in, and Bishop Bar will be pressed a little bit. I expect they'll need to come out a little bit more and try to apply some pressure on East Brunswick.
So Carla Schwartz's penalty kick gives East Brunswick the early 1-0 lead with about 5 minutes left to play here in the first half.
White, stepping up, White, let's go! Let's go!
We'll have a little bit more time. They're playing halves now. They've made that change, so we'll be going to the 40-minute mark.
That's right, my mistake. I'm still counting 20s.
It's the first year for that change in high school soccer in New Jersey, and I quite frankly think it's a good one. It's more along in line with what FIFA and the rest of the world do.
You still have to question why they only play 80 minutes, though. You know, why can't they go the extra 10 minutes?
Perhaps again, but perhaps they're also looking at the age of the contestants and feel that the game would be better served at a shorter time period. That extra 10 minutes might bring the level of play down a little bit because of fatigue.
There's another chance for East Brunswick, but saved by Dina Bergando.
Chrissy Black did very well there coming in off the throw and got a first-time chance off.
So about 23 minutes left to play here in the first half. Now I have my timing all squared up. Scoreboard clock is not working either, so I'm going to lean on that as an excuse a little bit. They're not using that today. East Brunswick leading it 1-0. Quarterfinal action, GMC girls soccer tournament.
Bishop are struggling a little bit when they win the ball. I believe we use the term quite frequently at Rutgers. They're not staying compact. That is to say, when their forwards get the ball, they're not receiving support from behind from their midfielders, so their options are a little bit limited.
Carla Schwartz, who has East Brunswick's only goal, able to clear for the defense. And it'll be an East Brunswick throw-in. Bears in the middle of the field. This is Debbie DiNicolo looking to get it down the right wing and does so to Jeannie Raby. And Kohler is able to clear. And they're going to rule an East Brunswick throw-in. This is Jeannie Raby, younger sister of Lisa Raby. It's a 50-50 ball. Shu plays it forward. Takes a funny spin on the Bishop Bar defense. And they're having trouble clearing the ball. Now they get it away. It'll be out of bounds. Amy Zukas will throw in for East Brunswick. And here come the mass substitutions. The starters back in the game for East Brunswick after a brief rest.
But it was the reserves, Gordy, who in essence gave them the lead and did well to gain control of the match. Right now, as the camera can pan across, all except for East Brunswick's goalkeeper, Betsy Ostrov, are in Bishop Bar's half of the field.
There's a cross by Bloor, cleared away by Bishop Bar. Zukas battling for the ball for East Brunswick. Almost had a chance for Bloor. Amy Manuel wins the head ball. Now East Brunswick. This is Terry Slater on the right wing. A good cross. Good job to get that cross off. Here's Lisa Raby, who falls over the ball. And Bishop Bar able to clear momentarily. Now played back in. And the shot and save by Deanna Bergolo.
Bishop Bar a little bit under siege. A super service along the ground that cut across the goal mouth. Unfortunately for Raby, she lost her footing a bit and could not do well with it.
Here's Bloor with the left foot. I think that was probably a shot, but Raby's going to run it down in the corner and get another cross off. Bergando can't get there and head it in. Oh, what a tremendous header for East Brunswick.
Truly an outstanding effort, selling herself to get the goal. A super cross from Raby and a well-deserved 2-0 lead here for East Brunswick.
So just about midway through the first half, and East Brunswick has taken a 2-0 lead on the header by Jessica Shu. The cross from Lisa Raby.
I'm sure Jessica's parents will look to keep the tape of this broadcast and make that a memento. A great diving header.
They can't teach it any better than that. That's a situation where the goalkeeper, Bergando, is beat on the play. It's a wide open net. You've got to do anything you can, get some part of your body on that ball and knock it forward into the net. Shu did just that.
Absolutely, and she did well. As you said, you must do whatever it takes to score that goal, and the great goal scorers managed to poke those home, whether it's with their head, with their toe, knee, anything it takes.
You know, you talk about the danger zone as far as after you've been scored on or after you have scored a goal. Those next couple of minutes are so crucial, and East Brunswick taking advantage of that. It took the early lead about 15 minutes in on Carla Schwartz's penalty kick, and just 5 minutes later, Shu with the goal. So you can make the argument that Bishop Bar was still reeling a little bit from giving up that first goal.
Absolutely, and right now, however, at a 2-0 lead, many coaches will point to the adage that a 2-goal lead is the most dangerous in soccer, because should you give one up, could be trouble.
Here's a chance for Raby from Manuel, and she scores!
Not today, though, Gordy. Throw that adage right out. East Brunswick has taken control of this match.
Lisa Raby on a tremendous pass from Amy Manuel. And East Brunswick has a 3-0 lead.
At this point, Gordy, East Brunswick perhaps will look to finish out the half in control and then look for Coach Lou Cosa, should things continue along these lines, to make some changes and prepare possibly for opponents down the road.
It's a 3-0 East Brunswick lead for Lisa Raby, her 20th goal of the season. It's another tremendous performance, and I guess much to the dismay of the rest of the GMC, Lisa Raby is back next year. She's only a junior.
Yeah, certainly, and I'm sure it'll also mean that there'll be quite a few college coaches coming knocking out the doors of East Brunswick High School and the Raby household. And right there again, she showed tremendous poise and the great touch of a finisher, rocketing a ball into the upper 90.
Again, Diana Kohler clears for Bishop Barr. She's done a pretty good job despite the circumstances. Jen Clementi defending for Bishop Barr, and Bergando comes out to make the save.
The penalty kick was a bit unfortunate, but the last 2 goals were really tremendous efforts on the part of East Brunswick, so they should gain a great deal of credit. I think Bishop Barr's defense has done reasonably well, but just super efforts from super athletes has made it a 3-0 game.
And now we see that Bishop Barr has made the change. We see Diana Kohler moving from her sweeper spot up into the midfield. She's their leading scorer, and the throw-in comes right to her just inside East Brunswick territory. So Sean Wilson, the Bishop Barr coach, has decided it's time to go for some offense, as we see Jen Clementi clear up for Bishop Barr down the right wing.
Good move, I think, here, in an attempt to regain the midfield and possibly spark some attack for Bishop Barr.
Here comes East Brunswick again. Dana Pepe along the right wing for East Brunswick. Now, I gave that goal to Jessica Shue. I think it was Teresa Karzima. That second goal on the pass, on the cross from Lisa Rabi. I think it was Teresa Karzima and not Jessica Shue. We'll have to check that at halftime.
I believe you're probably right, Gordy. A lot of the girls wear their hairs in the pigtails, and from our vantage point, it's quite similar, but it might have been Karzima.
The dark hair ponytail will throw you every time.
Not to mention that both Karzima and Shue are both wearing a brace on their right knee, so it just adds a little bit to the confusion.
So you came to my defense so quickly. I'm so pleased. Thank you, Nelson. I got in trouble last time for misnaming a goal. That was Coach Kosa's fault because he didn't give me the number. Terry Slater had scored a goal, and I credited it to somebody else, but only because it was the nearest number I could find. He hadn't listed the number on the roster, so I took a little heat from that, but had it deflected to Coach Kosa.
Well done by you, I might add.
Who willingly accepted. Here's Courtney Bloor for East Brunswick. Now for Amy Manuel. She assisted East Brunswick's third goal, and it rolls out of bounds. Bishop Barr will take it the other way.
Bishop Barr looks, as well as pushing Kohler up into the midfield, has looked now to move to 3 forwards. So they are making an attempt to get back in this game offensively.
Here's a run-on chance for East Brunswick again, and shot out of bounds on the play off the pass from Lisa Rabi. Amy Bizup couldn't quite control and shoots it wide.
This East Brunswick team here leading 3-0 and playing quite well, but incredibly, just a rash of injuries has decimated this team. 7 players from this East Brunswick team have been lost to knee surgeries this year, including one of last year's leading scorers, Karen Bizup.
And they still managed a 12-3-1 record. Just a credit to the amount of depth that Lou Kosa has, and the feeder program from the recreational program, which is just enormous. Also a big help there. I talked a little bit to Casey Black before the game, one of the players who suffered an knee injury, showing me those up-close pictures of her arthroscopic surgery. They replaced the whole ligament in her leg.
I shied away from those photos, Gordy.
Here's Kohler for Bishop Barr. Clears upfield but out of bounds, and East Brunswick will throw it in. Amy Zukis will handle it. Kohler wins the 50-50 battle, beats 2 East Brunswick players. Bishop Barr trying to get something going.
There again, a case for Bishop Barr. Patricia Lake wins the 50-50 ball, but has very little support to play to, and consequently loses possession of the ball.
Carla Schwartz will play it back to the freshman, Betsy Ostrov. So she's got a 3-goal lead to work with. Good confidence builder for her, and just her 3rd start and her biggest start of her fledgling career. Here's Kohler playing it forward for Bishop R, but no one will get there. It'll be Ostrov.
This is where Bishop R really needs to squeeze the field and step up and apply some pressure to East Brunswick. Make the field a little bit shorter, perhaps cause a turnover in East Brunswick's defensive 3rd of the field and get a chance to goal.
Here's Dina Colo playing in the middle for Black. Again, Bergando comes out to make the kick save.
An offsides was called there by the far side official.
I think they whistled Jessica Huber. Bishop R will play it forward. Deflects off the head of Jessica Shue. Now Bishop R with a chance. But East Brunswick controls. It'll be Ostrov again. Shue can't clear. Bishop R with a chance. Working in the triangle, and Schwartz clears up near midfield. Flip head for Dina Colo on the left wing, and the Bishop R defense plays it out of bounds. 3-0 to score. About 11 minutes left to play in the first half. East Brunswick looking to advance. Bishop R with an upset win over John F. Kennedy in the first round, 2-0. There's another issue to talk about. John F. Kennedy out of the GMC Blue Division just destroyed teams all year long, a division they don't belong in. No competition for any of those teams in there, and then come tournament time, and they're not really prepared to play a team like Bishop R, a team they can probably play with, no doubt can play with, and wind up losing a game 2-0 just because their competition hasn't been that strong all season.
Very true, and it's difficult. You perhaps get a false sense of how good your team is as well when things are going real well. So perhaps JFK might be better suited to schedule some out-of-division opponents just to prepare for this type of tournament. East Brunswick, on the other hand, plays a very challenging schedule year in and year out. They seek out the best teams in the state of New Jersey. And consequently, they're more composed and more prepared to play in these types of games.
You win 11 straight county championships, and you're doing something right.
There's not much room left on the back of Coach Kosa's jacket for any more titles.
This is true. Bishop R will get the throw in. Less than 10 minutes to play here in the first half. East Brunswick leading at 3-0. Gordy Deal alongside Nelson Rodriguez, Rutgers assistant coach. You know, we talk about the scheduling. You know, from being on the Rutgers sidelines.
It's
with
difficult.
with the win over a big win over St. Bonaventure, an easy win over St. Bonaventure Saturday night, and Rutgers has to get ready for the upcoming Atlantic 10 tournament.
That's right. You know, last night was a good win for us and did real well, and now prepare for the Atlantic 10s and give our team a little bit of time to rest, though. It's a week away, so we'll give the team a couple days off, heal. But we've played a challenging schedule ourselves, and we're quite confident that we're prepared for the Atlantic 10 Championships and the ensuing NCAA tournament.
Jeannie Raby plays it forward for East Brunswick. They're looking for more. There's a cross. Dina Colo's there and collides with Bergando, who comes out and makes the save.
Nice piece of work there by East Brunswick, straying along 2 or 3 passes, stretching the defense wide, then serving the ball back into the box. But Bergando did well again.
Debbie Dina Colo, a real spark plug out there, but in a mismatch against Deanna Bergando, who's probably got her by about 6 or 8 inches. Bishop R looking to create a chance. They flip it along the right wing. That's a good defense by the Bears. They looked to work the wall pass, but couldn't do it. Here's Dina Colo for East Brunswick. Here's East Brunswick with a chance.
Unfortunate there, the right idea ball being played back to the goalkeeper. Just a little bit off the mark, runs out of touch, and it'll be a corner kick now for East Brunswick.
So better than half the team is substituted now. East Brunswick with those wholesale substitutions. Tri-captain Dana Pepe and Amy Manuel back at the game just in time for the corner kick. It'll be Manuel on the corner kick again.
Yes, we are superior, the best by far. Yes, we are superior, the best by far.
Here's Manuel's kick, and a good one. Right at about the 6-yard line. Again, Bergando can't come up with it, but Bishop Barr able to clear temporarily. Good pursuit by Dana Pepe. Here's Bloor with a chance, but she rolls it out of bounds herself, and it'll be a goal kick coming the other way for Bishop Barr.
On that corner kick, you could dramatically see a problem that is plaguing American soccer, and that is the lack of effective headers. Although we saw a great diving header today for a goal, in general, heading for American players, both boys and girls, men and women, is a little bit poor and needs to be improved.
It's a chance for Amy Manuel, but cleared away by Bishop Barr, and East Brunswick with another throw-in. They call it direct kick for Bishop Barr.
For Bishop Barr to get back into this match, I think they need to find Diana Kohler in the midfield a little bit more, and then find Patricia Lake and Amy Oros up front. They've had a little bit of play recently, but have yet to really been able to string together a number of passes.
Teresa Karzima plays it for Manuel, not Azukis. Good work of that triangle passing right there. Here's Jessica Shue looking to win the 50-50 and does so. And the ball rolls out of bounds. It'll be East Brunswick's way. There's a chance for Rabi along the left wing. Can she get the cross off? No, but Bishop Barr will take it out of bounds. And Amy Manuel will get another corner kick. It's been a recurring problem for Bishop Barr so far on the corner kick. Deanna Bergando has not been able to stop the lofting pass that Manuel sends in. It's already resulted in one goal. Here's another one. Bishop Barr able to clear. Karzima with a shot and rips it wide. We've got about 5 minutes left to play in the first half. East Brunswick holding a 3-0 lead. They've looked commanding. Bishop Barr has not really been dangerous. And they should have looked to do so, but really haven't had the opportunity because Betsy Ostrov is just her third start for East Brunswick. A little short on experience. She's only a freshman.
I think some credit there should go to East Brunswick sweeper Carla Swartz, who scored the first goal on a penalty kick.
Here's a through ball for Bloor with a chance. Pepe with the cross. Fires it wide.
Swartz has maintained the shape of her team's defense and has given some nice depth. So the few times that Bishop Barr looked to play through or over the top, she's able to collect the ball and redistribute the attack for East Brunswick.
East Brunswick and their blonde-haired sweepers. John Dickinson, he's a junior sweeper for the boys team. We'll see him in the second part of our doubleheader. Both do a tremendous job. Here's a chance for East Brunswick along the left wing.
Very nice piece of work by Rabi on a clever little turn to spring her teammate through.
Say one thing about East Brunswick, they know how to overlap.
They certainly set numbers in the attack. They use the width of the field very well. I'm very impressed by their performance right now.
Here's Amy Manuel, another floater into the box. Can Rabi catch up to it? She will. She'll look to get the cross of the shot off. There's Karzima with a chance. Now she frees herself, and the shot sails wide. East Brunswick just bombarding this Bishop Barr defense now. with shots.
Absolutely, and I think the fresh legs is a part of that. Every player that the defender has to go up against has had a little bit of a rest, and it makes it a little bit of a difference. And both Rabi and Karzima showing some good individual skill.
Just under 3 minutes to play here in the first half. East Brunswick a 3-0 lead. Amy Manuel can't control, cleared away by Diana Kohler to the far side. Here's Karzima with another chance. She's got a goal already, looking to free herself. Now with the left foot, and doesn't get off as strong a shot as she would have liked to. Bergando comes up with another save and boots it away for Bishop R. It appears that Bishop R just doesn't have the horses today. They came in at 7-9, and this experienced East Brunswick team at 12-3-1. Here's Schwartz again for East Brunswick. Delivers the clear. Played back to Schwartz. Well, while we have the opportunity and we see Schwartz playing it back to Ostrov, one of the changes that'll be coming to soccer pretty soon. And that's that when a defender passes the ball back to the goalkeeper is not allowed to use his or her hands.
That's correct. That rule was tested this year at the Under-17 World Championships in Italy. And it proved, as an opportunity comes in and Bergando scoops it up, it was proved to be quite successful in speeding up the play of the game and preventing goalkeepers from delaying and shortening the length of the game by obsessively holding on to the ball.
And we have come to the end of the first half here in this quarterfinal matchup between East Brunswick and Bishop R in this GMC Girls Tournament game. Gordy Deal alongside Nelson Rodriguez. And we will have the second half coming up once again. The score at halftime, East Brunswick 3, Bishop R 0. We are set for second half action in this quarterfinal GMCT matchup between East Brunswick and Bishop R here at J. Doyle Field in East Brunswick. East Brunswick with a 3-0 lead. Carla Schwartz started the scoring her 4th goal of the year on a penalty kick at 15:50 into the first half. Teresa Karzima just a couple of minutes later, her 6th goal from Lisa Rabi, who got her 8th assist at 20:30 of the first half. The 3rd goal, Lisa Rabi, her 20th of the season on the assist from Amy Manuel, her 7th assist at 21:50. That's where we stand. East Brunswick 3, Bishop R 0 in this quarterfinal matchup in the GMC Girls High School Tournament. Gordy Deal alongside Nelson Rodriguez here in East Brunswick. And Nelson, let's just finish up on one point we were talking about right before halftime. We talked about the change in rule that will be coming, where if a defender passes the ball back to a goalkeeper, the goalkeeper will not be able to play the ball with their hands. As we watch East Brunswick get a chance here, Bloor shoots it wide. So the goalkeeper will not allowed to be handling the ball with his or her hands when it's played back from a defender. And the other rule change will be the offsides rule change.
Right, and as we alluded to earlier, both rules were tested in Italy at the Under-17 Boys World Championships with mixed reviews. The goalkeeper rule, where they're not allowed to handle the ball when played back by a back, has certainly made the game faster. Keepers now are also required to have the technical ability of a field player. And the offside rule, I spoke to boys head coach Roy Reese of the Under-17 team, certainly changed the game quite a bit as we watch this corner kick.
Amy Manuel has been called on quite a lot for these corner kicks today. Here's the chance in the box for Karzima, who already has a header for a goal, but cleared away by Bishop R. Bears play it back in. Chance for Dina Kohler, she can't get it. Bishop R clears. So the offsides rule would actually take the line from the midfield and stretch it to each 18 and would really lengthen the game.
That's exactly correct. What you'll find there in a situation like that is a great deal of midfield play, and a great deal of midfield play played at tremendous speed and pace. Also, a sweeper would almost become obsolete because of the area between the offside, the top of the 18, and the goalkeeper. It's not much space, so sweepers, in essence, and this is what the United States team did with great success, they played their sweeper in front of their marking backs. And that U.S. team went on to defeat Italy 1-0, Argentina 1-0, and China 3-1 before losing to Qatar on penalty kicks. So it does affect the game. It does make it a little bit more interesting. I'm not certain, however, if I favor that as of yet.
So the goalkeeper change, which you talked about, will take effect when?
That'll definitely be in effect for the 1994 World Cup, which will be played in the United States. The offside rule has yet to be established as whether it will be instituted.
So at the same time that the goalkeeper rule is put in effect for the World Cup, will that also affect high school play, college play, all the other levels?
High schools seem a little bit slow to adapt to the rules of around the world, such as this is the first year that they're playing halves here in New Jersey in quite some time. So I can't comment about that.
Okay.
I would look for club ball and for college ball to adapt to the rules much quicker.
Okay. So in essence, that offsides rule allows any player to roam anywhere between both 18-yard lines and not be offsides. The only offside would occur inside the 18-yard line.
Exactly. So what you will find is teams pressing up a forward all the way to the top of the box.
A lot of goal hanging, perhaps.
Exactly. However, there's two schools of thought there. Some people think that opens up the offense, but it all comes down to coaching, how coaches respond to that. Obviously, what a coach will do is put one, possibly two defenders on that attacking player. So it'll allow for a lot more midfield play since at least three players will be tied up on each end of the field. That virtually leaves a 7v7 situation through the midfield.
Courtney Bloor with a chance for East Brunswick. A collision up front between Dina Colo and Bishop R goalkeeper Deanna Bergando, and Bergando is on the ground.
Di Nicolo inadvertently, I believe, kicked her in the head. I think Bergando will be okay.
She's up and about now. So quickly shook the cobwebs and took a quick inventory. All the parts are still there. So Bergando back up in action for Bishop R. They trail East Brunswick 3-0 here in this quarterfinal game in the GMC tournament.
I would expect Bishop R to try to make some moves here in the second half, try to get a little bit more of midfield play and attacking possession. Perhaps what they might do there is add an extra midfielder or reduce a back, play perhaps with only three on defense, trying to press players forward.
Another shot for Courtney Bloor. She sends it over the top. It'll be another goal kick for Bishop R.
What Bishop R needs to do here as well on these goal kicks, they need to start marking the East Brunswick players, being goal side, if you will. A lot of times East Brunswick are picking up all of these goal kicks.
Yeah, they have it shown that they can mark real well. Jeannie Raby will have the throw in for East Brunswick. Chris Black checks in, replacing Jessica Shue. That's the first time all game we've seen a single substitution come into the game and not 5 or 6 for East Brunswick. Incredible depth. We talked about it before.
Makes it easier for the announcers as well, I think, Gordon.
This is true. Here's Amy Manuel with the long cross. It's going to go far side to Jeannie Raby. She's able to flag it down. Now pokes it free inside. There's a chance for Karzima, but a slide tackle. And now a chance to clear away for Kohler, who can't quite do it. And it'll be a 50-50 ball for Manuel, who lays it up for Courtney Bloor on the left wing, just inside the penalty box. Now on the perimeter, and it's poked away by Bishop R, and Bloor will throw it in. And this one will be headed out of bounds by Lori Sinkowitz for Bishop R, and it'll be a corner kick again for Amy Manuel.
Well, in these opening 5-6 minutes, East Brunswick has taken the play right where it left off and playing in Bishop R's end, so much so that Coach Sean Wilson is up off his bench imploring his defense to get forward a little bit.
Here's a cross by Manuel. Again, Bergando can't come up with it. Bishop R able to clear. Knocking it away is Diana Kohler. Bishop R on the attack, but headed forward by Chris Black. Bishop R with a chance, seemingly not able to clear it, not knowing quite what to do with the ball. Now it's poked free in front, and Bergando again comes up with a save. A little disoriented on defense for Bishop R. Here's Bizup with a long clear for East Brunswick to the far side. Jeannie Raby battling along the right wing. Zukas can't catch up with it. This is Black, who knocks it forward, and a chance for Dina Colo.
Here's where Bishop Bar, getting the ball at midfield, needs to desperately string 3 or 4 passes together, perhaps play one over the top, put some pressure on the East Brunswick defense.
Take that ball down to score. 1 point more. Take it down. Take it down. Take that ball down to score. 1 point more.
Bishop Bar will get the free kick along their left wing, about 35 yards away. This is Patrice Lake. Knocks it into the box. Carla Schwartz will guide it back to Betsy Ostrov, the freshman goalkeeper. Just the 3rd start, as we mentioned before, for Ostrov, and hasn't had much action. East Brunswick offense has taken over this game. Here's a chance for Bloor. Tried to knock it ahead and outrun the Bishop Bar defense, but couldn't quite do it. Here's Karzima now on the attack for East Brunswick. Amy Manuel controlling in the midfield. Played forward for Dina Colo. Up the left wing for Bizup and knocked out of bounds by Bishop Bar.
A good long ball there played by East Brunswick, applying pressure to the defense by eliminating quite a few defenders with just a single pass.
Amy Bizup with the throw-in for East Brunswick. Bears control along the right wing. Bishop Bar regains. Tamika Perez clears up for the Bears. Now Amy Manuel controls the midfield. Well, she can just dominate a midfield whenever she's on. There's a ball knocked inside by Courtney Bloor, and Bizup can't catch up with it. Now Bishop Bar with a chance to counter. For the first time, they've got decent numbers attacking.
East Brunswick defense again organizing itself very quickly, getting its shape, and neutralizing that effort.
Tamika Perez with the throw-in. Dina Colo fires it inside for Karzima. Controls along the left wing, puts it ahead for Bizup, and cleared away again by Bishop Bar.
Karzima and Rabi, who's not in the game right now, have very terrific attitudes as attacking players. They go at their opponents very well. They go at them with pace. They look to eliminate the primary defender, and they're very dangerous consequently.
Manuel in the box. Just outside the box on the arch for Karzima, who couldn't control. Bishop Bar on the attack, headed away by Carla Schwartz, up to Manuel. Looking to get it up the right wing for Bloor. It gets through, but Bergando is there for Bishop Bar and makes the save. They'll call East Brunswick for a push. It'll be Bishop Bar's free kick.
East Brunswick is very well displaced on the field. They assume their positional play very well, and when one player runs, they all seem to run. So there's constant support both offensively and defensively, and that's why they possess the ball so much.
Bishop Bar wins the ball back, but they whistle Deidre Hamilton for the push-off. East Brunswick with the free kick. It's Manuel for Karzima. Now through to Dina Colo. Oh, lays it up for Bloor, and a good pass, but Bergando gets there. And does a good job of protecting herself by bringing up her knee to defend against the collision with Courtney Bloor. Amy Bizup clears long side for Jeannie Rabi. Bishop Bar controls. They knock it again up the middle. This is Kohler knocking it forward. Now Tamika Perez for East Brunswick. It's Dina Colo, number 7. Now Karzima with the ball. Almost creates a chance for herself. Bishop Bar the other way. Bergando way out of the goal. Able to claim the ball for Bishop Bar, and she'll boot it the other way. Karzima wins the 50-50 ball. Good effort by Dina Colo to get over there and try and save it from going out of bounds, but it does anyway. Bishop Bar with the throw-in. And again whistled for another illegal throw. Kelly Novolani gets called for the foul throw. East Brunswick the other way. 54 is Teresa Karzima. She's already got a goal. And the ball goes out off of Novolani. It'll be another East Brunswick corner kick. Familiar sight this afternoon.
Yes, I'm sure that East Brunswick right now is approaching double figures on their corner kicks, and we need to apologize to the Karzima family for incorrectly giving her goal earlier in the match to Jessica Shu.
Teresa Karzima, her 6th goal of the season on a terrific diving header. Off across from Lisa Rabi to give East Brunswick a 2-0 lead. Then Rabi herself followed up with her 20th goal of the season from Amy Manuel, a 21-50. East Brunswick leads at 3-0. It's been a quiet second half so far. Now here's a chance for Bizup. Gets the shot off and does a good job of doing so, but knocks it wide. It'll be another goal kick. Now Lisa Rabi, who we just mentioned, back in the game.
Yeah, Bishop Parr has got to be scratching their heads a little bit. Karzima's in the match for the early moments of the second half, creating havoc. She goes off, you think you're going to get a rest, and here comes Lisa Rabi back in.
Also Dana Pepe, one of the tri-captains, back in the game. Cleared away by Bishop Parr. Tamika Perez lofts it up for Rabi. Working along with Chris McLaughlin now in the game for East Brunswick. Here's Rabi, gets the left-footed cross off in front. Chance for East Brunswick, but cleared away. Perez will recover, knocks it right back in. Another chance for Rabi. She let it go by. Slater couldn't catch up with it, and Bergando clears. Amy Zukis clears up for East Brunswick. Here's Kohler for Bishop Parr now in the midfield. Can't quite catch up to it, and is played forward by McLaughlin. Down the left wing and out of bounds.
Right now, Bishop Parr is being stretched across the field and in the length of the field, and they're having a bit of trouble finding themselves because they are so spread out.
Here's the cross in the box for East Brunswick. Allison Lowenstein working with McLaughlin, trying to get the double team, can't do so. Kohler plays up for Bishop Parr, and guess who? Schwartz is there. Plays it back to Ostrov. The most action Ostrov has had has been from her own defense, playing the ball back to her. Now East Brunswick coughs it up in their own defensive third. Chris Black able to recover. Carla Schwartz probably one too many passes.
You're exactly right there, Gordy, and Kohler did a very nice job reading that pass in the seam and intercepting. Just a bit unlucky not to do a little bit better as the ball hopped up on her a touch.
Now a chance for Bishop Parr, but Schwartz again clears. Here's Zukis now. Fires out of bounds and out of danger. Chance for Kirsten Weber there for Bishop Parr, but couldn't quite catch up to it. Kohler looks to control, but now it's on the foot of Rabi, which means a whole lot of problems. Here's McLaughlin down the left wing. She's got some speed. Can she catch up to the ball? She does. It's a sloping field, so it's difficult. Here's the cross. She can't quite get it off. It's out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick coming the other way for Bishop Parr.
You're exactly right there. A great effort, though, by Chris McLaughlin to get on the end of that ball, because the field is crowned mostly for football and for drainage, so that it slopes on the sidelines, and she did well to catch up to it.
Now in the game for East Brunswick, Colleen King. She replaces McLaughlin. King, just a sophomore. Here's Black. Chris Black plays it all the way back for Ostrov. Rolls it right now for Zukis. In the middle for Black. Amy Oros for Bishop Parr with a chance. Black gets there and gives up the body to do so.
East Brunswick very composed in the back, very much with poise on the ball, building out of the back, but I think they need to play a little bit quicker. The last 2 or 3 times, Bishop Parr's gotten a foot on the ball, and they're starting to intercept a little bit deep into East Brunswick's territory. I think if they go back to the way they played the first half, quick 1-2s out of the back, they'll have much less problems.
Bishop Parr came in as a 7-9 ball club, but they play in that tough GMC white division. Those teams in that division just take turns beating on each other game after game. Very competitive division. Here's Rabi playing it forward for Slater. Now Rabi controls. Now Rabbie along the left wing. She can do it all. There's another move to the outside, but booked away by Bishop Barr. Kelly Novolani defending on Rabbie. Here's a throw-in by King, flicked on by Slater, and a chance in the middle. Bergando is there.
Nice flick on there off the throw-in, and quite a dangerous play, in fact.
Jessica Huber had a chance for East Brunswick. Couldn't quite come up with it. It's Bishop Barr. Loses control in the midfield. Here's a chance for Rabbie. She's not going to get there and cleared away. That's the third time this game we've seen Deanna Bergando come out and clear the ball away with her feet. King with the header for East Brunswick. And she pokes it out of bounds. Bishop Barr throw in. Tamika Perez can't catch up with it for East Brunswick. It'll be throw in on the near sideline for Deirdre Hamilton. Kohler for Bishop Barr. She'll get whistled for the dangerous, and East Brunswick will bring it the other way.
Bishop Barr continues to fight despite being down 3-0, and I think that's a great sign, a good credit to the girls and to the coaches for keeping them going in this game.
Hamilton plays it forward for Bishop Barr, but Tamika Perez they intercept. Now Black plays it up the far right wing. Jessica Huber is not going to catch up with it. Bishop Barr will get the throw in. We're about 18 minutes into the second half, about 22 to play in this ball game. East Brunswick leads at 3-0. Gordy Deal alongside Rutgers assistant coach Nelson Rodriguez for this quarterfinal action in the GMC girls tournament. East Brunswick beat Bishop Barr last year as well in this quarterfinal round by the score of 3-2. They got a late goal to win it. Doesn't appear to be that close today. Here's Hamilton with a chance along the right wing. She gets the cross off. First chance of the day for Betsy Ostrov, who comes out and makes the save.
It's unfortunate. Had Hamilton been able to bring that ball to the second six or near the penalty spot there, another Bishop Barr forward was streaking through a slightly ahead of the defender. Might have been even a clearer chance for Bishop Barr to get on the board.
They battle on the far side. It'll be a throw in East Brunswick. Kelly Pichard, Jessica Huber, Terry Slater all working the far right side for East Brunswick. Very comfortable 3-0 lead.
Field and the fans are very quiet right now as the game has had a momentary lull. Somebody looking to spark either team right now. The game is waiting to be taken over again, and it's a matter of who is daring enough to grab hold of it.
East Brunswick with a lot of subs in. Another chance for Ostrov. She boots it forward. Terry Slater is there. This is Zukis along the right wing battling. And Zukis will get the throw in. Allison Lowenstein plays it forward. East Brunswick looking for more. Almost a miscommunication between Slater and Lowenstein, but they come up with the ball anyway. Rabbie's wide open in the middle of the field. She gets her chance. Lisa Rabbie looking for goal 21, and she gets it. Nice play by Lisa Rabbie. Had good ball work up front by East Brunswick. The veterans working with the younger players, some of the subs getting some time, and Lisa Rabbie converts.
Yeah, truly an outstanding goal again in the tradition of two of the previous three. And Rabbie's first touch there, she does very well initially to elude her defender in the box, even though she's not on the ball. She drifts away from her defender, so she presents a clear target for her teammate. When she receives her pass, her first touch is very good in that it takes her directly at goal. She measures the keeper coming off her line and neatly tucks it in underneath her.
Lisa Rabbie, her 21st goal of the season.
You know, we had just spoken how the game had taken a lull, and there it is, Lisa Rabbie sensing that. First opportunity she gets, she buries her chance, and certainly the mark of a great player.
Speaking of marking, Bishop R did not do a very good job marking Lisa Raby. She was left wide alone at the top, wide open, all alone at the top of the arc. Here's Raby again, gets the cross off. In front, a chance. Bergando's going to catch up with it. Jessica Huber had a shot. I think when the ball got to her, she was surprised she was so open. She couldn't do anything with it.
Might be the case, and Raby has shown today clearly that she's not just a great finisher, but equally a tremendous playmaker as well, knifing a dangerous ball across the box there.
EB Bears, we're rocking in the 90s. EB Bears, we're rocking in the 90s.
Played forward by Slater. Bergando again. It's been a busy day for Deanna Bergando, the Bishop R goalkeeper. East Brunswick leads at 4-0, looking to advance to the semifinal round.
Bergando, quite honestly, has had a fairly good game. She's looked to dominate her box. She's made a few pretty good saves. Unfortunately, the goal scored against her, she didn't really have much of a chance on any one of the four.
Tamika Perez plays it forward. Kelly Petchar had a chance there. I think they whistled her for the dangerous play. Bishop R plays forward. Now headed away by Schwartz and flipped up by Chris Black.
Schwartz did very well to get ahead on that ball there, because one of the few times she was not deep and rather flat with her backs, had the ball gone over her head, Patrice Lake had a clear chance to go to goal.
It's Lisa Raby looking to make something happen in the midfield. Gets knocked off the ball. Here's Huber. And played back to Bergando. Boy, Jen Clementi, number 32 for Bishop R, playing in the middle of the field. Has an enormous height advantage over Jessica Huber.
Yeah, that's a little bit like Manute Bowl and Spud Webb right there, to use some basketball players. It's quite a discrepancy.
Clementi does not even have to jump for the ball to beat Huber on the header. But Huber to counter will just point at the scoreboard. It's 4-0 East Brunswick. Certainly doesn't take anything away from Huber's play. Good speed, good ball control, like all the East Brunswick forwards.
That's a great thing about soccer, Gordy. It's not so much size in this game as it is in some others. It's ability and tenacity that matters, and certainly some of the world's greatest players have been rather diminutive in size. Pele the Great, and obviously Diego Maradona of late, just 5'6".
East Brunswick trying to clear in the middle of the field. That won't make too many coaches happy. But with a 4-0 lead and that defensive composure, nothing comes of it.
Having spoken to Coach Kosa before the game, at this point with this lead, you may look for East Brunswick to try some different things tactically. He's discussed a double stopper system in lieu of a chance to play against Danielle Lewis, a feared striker of Piscataway. So that might be something that he looks to work on in the remainder of this game.
For the time being, Carla Schwartz remains in at sweeper.
This next substitution would be a doozy for the public address announcers should he have to make it. I see 9 East Brunswick girls lined up on the sidelines ready to come into the match.
You know, another thing you have to consider also now is the chance of injuring Lisa Raby and a couple of other your star forwards. Raby.
An excellent point by you, Gordy, to rest and to prevent an injury, especially in lieu of the fact that the injury bug has really hit this team so hard. It's a very good idea, I think, in fact, to rest some players. At the same time, you're preparing some of your younger players and giving them experience so that when their turn comes up to man this team, they'll be ready.
By my count, we have about 15 minutes left to play in this ball game. Scoreboard clock not working. Oh, and a chance for East Brunswick, and Huber couldn't catch up to it. A great cross from Lisa Raby.
Huber ran hard to get there, unfortunately just a little off the mark.
So East Brunswick almost a shoe-in for all of these GMC finals. The early rounds almost a formality for Lou Cosa's club. They have won or had a share of this GMC/county tournament for the past 11 years.
That's an incredible statistic.
Now Raby creates her own chance and scores. Lisa Raby can just about do it all. Her third goal of the game, 22nd of the year, and East Brunswick now with a 5-0 lead.
Well, there's not much more left to say about Raby except the fact that obviously she's prepared to play every minute as if it were her last. Certainly she could have comfortably watched that ball go into Bergando's hands, but she saw an opportunity, seized it, and took it with the heart of a champion there, punishing Bishop Bar.
So after last year's close quarterfinal win over Bishop Bar, East Brunswick leaving no doubt that they are a few strides ahead of this Bishop Bar program. A lot of substitutions for East Brunswick. Therese Hagen now in the game at fullback for East Brunswick. Also running up front, Marnie Atlas. Laura Papania, the sophomore, now in the game. Carla Schwartz remains in at sweeper.
Well, coaches and goalkeepers like to get those shutouts, so not a bit of a surprise to me to keep the starting sweeper in the match this long.
Now a chance for Chris McLaughlin. She had the open goal, but shanked it wide to the right-hand side. Amy Strack now in the game for East Brunswick. Also getting some last-minute words of instruction, Lena Meyer for East Brunswick. Then Julia Papania. Jen Shibinger in the game.
You're doing fine, Gordy. Keep going.
The scoreboard clock now working here at J. Doyle Field. I've got about 10 minutes left to play, but I have had problems with Athletic Director Frank Knoppenberger's watch all afternoon forgetting to restart it. So my guess is about 10 minutes. Is that what about you have?
I'll stick with you, Gordy. I've stuck with you so far today, and I'll stay with you right here now.
East Brunswick a 5-0 lead. Time working against Bishop Bar here in the quarterfinals. East Brunswick will advance to the semis again and improve to 13-3-1 this season. Bishop Bar will slip to 7-10. Here's another chance for East Brunswick. Marnie Atlas, saved by Bergando. Boy, Nelson, you brought up the point where there was a lull in the game. It's 3-0 at halftime. Just as you mentioned the lull, East Brunswick gets a quick 2 goals from Lisa Raby. 21st and 22nd of the season, it's a 5-0 ball game. Now there's a chance for Kohler for Bishop Bar, 2-on-1. Bishop Bar's first advantage numerically all afternoon. And another good job by the East Brunswick defense.
Yeah, Carla Schwartz read it very well, stepped right in and stripped Kohler of the ball and actually initiated an East Brunswick counter.
Here's Kohler for Bishop Bar. Another chance. Jessica Shue clears away. This is Slater for East Brunswick. Will take herself along the right wing. And a chance in the middle. Bergando, another kick save. And now an open net. Another open net for Chris McLaughlin.
Bergando well off her line there, close to the 18 again. Perhaps a little bit ill-advised that time as East Brunswick had numbers and possession of the ball right in front of her.
Couple of sophomores check into the game for East Brunswick. Lena Meyer and Julie Papania. Carla Schwartz gets her first break of the game. The starting sweeper, Jessica Shue, one of the starting backs, also gets a break with a 5-0 lead and just minutes left to play. Now Bergando with the punt. Line drive on the ground. A proverbial worm burner.
You hit quite a few of those off the golf tee as well, don't you, Gordy?
Oh, I do. No question about that. Been watching my golf game? Now another clear ahead for Bishop Bar. Laura Papania there for East Brunswick.
Unfortunately, here's the problem that's plagued Bishop Bar for most of the game. 3 attacking players against 4 or 5 East Brunswick defenders with very little or no support from behind. It makes it very difficult to mount any type of sustained attack.
Another chance for East Brunswick along the right wing. Jody Brothers, another sophomore. They keep producing in this East Brunswick system. They could start their own farm league.
One of their more acclaimed players from last year, Teresa Rossi, is at Georgian Court College in Lakewood in New Jersey. They've had a tremendous season this year. Continued to rack up wins with just 1 loss so far this year to a Division I opponent, Penn State. So Joe Perry deserves some congratulations there, and that's certainly a program to watch for in the future as well.
Teresa Rossi in attendance this afternoon, watching her alma mater. Here's a boot by Bergando. Julia Papania will run it down for East Brunswick and play it back to the freshman Betsy Ostrov. Ostrov is not going to get a break in the game. She'll have to stay in because Laura Buttonbaum, the starting goalkeeper, was injured a couple of games ago against Piscataway, so it'll be up to Ostrov to go the distance.
Even though she hasn't been tested, though, it's very important for her to get these minutes right now in preparation for the semifinals and the finals.
This has really been Lisa Raby's game. Her goals scored to shots taken ratio today would be outstanding. 3 goals, 1 assist on the afternoon, and she hasn't taken that many shots. Papania clears up for East Brunswick. The Bears will advance to the semifinal round, a place they've been every year since 1980. Jen Schivinger gets whistled for the illegal throw-in for East Brunswick. One of the few mistakes they've made all afternoon. And Bishop Bar will take possession. They'll throw it back to Bergando. This East Brunswick girls game against Bishop Bar, just the first of our doubleheader. Following this one, the East Brunswick boys will take on John F. Kennedy in another quarterfinal matchup. High school soccer all afternoon here on Channel 8. Here's Ostrov. Knocks it forward. Kohler intercepts for Bishop Bar. East Brunswick plays it forward. Chance for Marnie Atlas.
Even these East Brunswick reserves, Gordy, they're all cut from the same mold, all tenacious, all working very hard. They all train as a unit. They all work as a unit. It's easy to see why they have so much success year in and year out.
McLaughlin with the throw in for East Brunswick. Bears still looking for more. All the subs in the game. Couple of players off sides. On the ball play forward. Marnie Atlas got caught. It's all academic now. East Brunswick will move into the semifinals. They lead Bishop R 5-0.
Bishop R was never really able to get into a definite rhythm. They seem to be taken back by East Brunswick's fast start.
It'll be a Bishop R throw-in on the far sideline. Laura Papania offering coverage. Bishop R working it against Amy Strack on the far side. And that'll do it. That's the ball game. Final score, East Brunswick 5, Bishop R 0 in this quarterfinal round of the GMC High School Tournament. Nelson Rodriguez, your closing comments.
Well, I think a dominating performance from minute 1 for East Brunswick. A little bit unfortunate for Bishop R. They perhaps didn't play up to their level, but East Brunswick showing why they've dominated this tourney since its inception.
Recap the scoring for you. East Brunswick took a 3-0 lead in at halftime. Carla Schwartz on a penalty kick at 15:50, her 4th goal of the season. Teresa Karzima followed about 5 minutes later, her 6th goal from Lisa Raby, who picks up her 8 assists at 20:30. Then Lisa Raby, her 20th goal from Amy Manuel at 21:50 for Manuel, her 7th assist of the season. It ended that way at halftime. Then with about 20 minutes left in the ball game, Lisa Raby again, her 21st of the season, and Raby with 14 minutes left, her 22nd of the season. 3 goals, 1 assist on the afternoon for Lisa Raby. East Brunswick defeats Bishop R 5-0 in this quarterfinal round of the GMC tournament. East Brunswick improves to 13-3-1 of the season. Bishop R falls to 7-10. For Nelson Rodriguez, the Rutgers assistant coach, I'm Gordy Deal saying thanks for joining us, and stay tuned for the quarterfinal matchup between the East Brunswick boys and the John F. Kennedy boys.